How are you guys? What kind of books are you reading? Are you enjoying your reading month? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to be participating in the Beaches and Books Readathon? I've actually never done a TBR or Pilot Possibilities video before because I'm just such a mood reader, but this month I thought, hey, why not? I'm just going to pick a lot of books to share that are kind of on my radar, and it'll be kind of like a little surprise for what I actually read at the end of the month. Now, the Beaches and Books Readathon is hosted by Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, Celestria, Lucy, and a couple other ladies. I'm really sorry that I'm totally spacing on who is hosting this readathon right now. Let me find it. Oh, it is Creatively Faithful, Celestria, Christian Faith and Fiction, and the Lucy Chronicles. So now let's get to my TBR. Okay, the first prompt is called Shells. Pick a book from, like an ebook from the library or an ebook. It's kind of like you just go to the library and you just pick up a book that looks interesting to you, or same thing with the ebook. So I can't really share what that one is yet because I'm looking at a lot of these, so I kind of want it to be like one that's not even on this list. So yeah, I'm really excited about that prompt because it's just a lot of fun. It's like perfect for a mood reader. Next is Lifesaver, a book you saved for later. So I've got a couple of books for this. I love to read about mermaids in the summer, especially in the month of July, because at the very end of July I'm going to be going to the beach. So I've got a book called Midnight Pearls by Debbie Viguet. I don't know how to say that name. It's like French. But Midnight Pearls, and it's a Little Mermaid retelling, and this book is called Secrets Among the Tides, and it's not a Little Mermaid retelling. It's just about like the world of mermaids, so that looks really interesting to me. So we'll see which one I get to. This one would also fulfill the prompt. Let me look it up. It is, I know it's an underwater setting. Fish. An underwater setting. So like either one of these would probably fit that prompt as well. Starfish, a book that you think will be 5 stars. So I just read, where is it? So I just read To Ride the Wind, which I, spoiler alert, gave 5 stars to. So I think the next book in the duology, it's called To Steal the Sun. I think that one's going to be 5 stars. That one would also fulfill the prompt for sun. So it's a book with the sun or a yellow cover, which it meets both. So like, hey, that's awesome. Beach Party, a book about friends. So I have a couple of books that I'm looking at on ebook. I'm really thinking about getting Kindle Unlimited right now because they're doing a thing where you get like 3 months free. So I think I might start that because there's a lot of books on Kindle Unlimited that I want to read, and right now it is easier for me to read an ebook when I'm feeding my baby. So it's just, I don't know, it's just something about just swiping versus like trying to turn a page. It's just so much easier. So I'm really thinking about doing that. And there's a couple of books on Kindle Unlimited that I've been eyeballing, so let me see if I can find them. I'm just going to assume that one of these books is going to fulfill this prompt, like somebody has like a good friend in it. No, I don't think that, no, it's got to be a book about friends. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna need to find a book about friends really quick. Okay, I found one. T told me about this one. It's called Cole and Layla Are Just Friends, a love story by Bethany Turner. So I've heard really good things about that one, so my eye is definitely on that story. Sandcastle, a book with royalty or a castle on the cover, and there is a book I've been looking at for a while now. It is called The Backup Princess. It's clean contemporary fiction, rom-com. You guys know I love anything princess, anything royal, fairy tale, things like that, and I especially do love royal contemporary rom-coms, so I hope this one it lives up to its reputation that it's really good. Beach Ball, a book about sports. Okay, so I know there's one on my list. It's about football. I think it's called like Fake Dating a Footballer. Ah, here it is. Okay, Fake Dating the Footballer, a fake dating soccer rom-com. Oh, so it's about soccer. Okay, yeah, I get it. So football in Europe, or in the rest of the world basically, and soccer for the United States. So that should be interesting. Okay. Flipflops, a book with a dual point of view. So I'm gonna assume that most rom-coms have a dual point of view nowadays. So there's been a few that I've kind of been looking at. There's one called Date with Danger, and it's about like spies, I think. And Tabitha Gabrielle highly recommended it, so I really want to read that one. It's supposed to be really good. Wish You Weren't Here, which is a rom-com by Gracie Ruth Mitchell. She's the author of Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder. I really enjoyed that one, so I kind of want to check that one out as well. I think that one's got a little bit of magical something going on, so I'm just going to read the description. Okay, so it says, Clementine has accidentally freed a British genie from his ancient British teapot, and she's not thrilled about it. However, appalled by Alaric's living conditions and grudgingly impressed by his jawline, she vows to set him free. But before he can join the human world, he must prove he can live like a human, and he must do it in 1 month or he'll fade away for good. As Clementine and Alaric embark on a series of how to be human lessons, and as they pretend to date in order to discourage the men trying to woo her, thanks to a wish gone wrong, the two of them discover that being human is more complex than they expected, and that love can be found between the unlikeliest of pairs. Wow, that sounds really interesting. I want to read that. Okay, yeah, that one looks really good. Another book that I have on my list is called Love and Loathing by Gigi Bloom, and this is supposed to be a Jane Austen inspired romance, and I'm assuming it's for Pride and Prejudice because one of the main characters is named Will Darcy. So I also want to read this one as well because, you know, Jane Austen July, and it looks really fun. So yeah, I'm going to check that one out. Another prompt is Rainstorm, read a book during a rainstorm or near water. So we'll have to see if I can get to the pool. And it does rain in North Carolina a lot, although lately we've had quite a bit of a heat wave going on. We haven't had a whole lot of rain, but I know there's going to be a thunderstorm any day now because that's just the South. That's just North Carolina for you. So but I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I love thunderstorms. Do you guys like thunderstorms too? Like, I totally love them. Like, I will go stand outside even when they say you shouldn't stand out there. Like, I'll go stand on my balcony and like watch the thunderstorm because it's just so fun. Boardwalk, a book set in a beach town. Okay, so there is a book called Breathing Underwater. So let's look at that. Okay, I can't find it. So it's supposed to be a rom-com, but I don't know where it is. There is also a book called Secrets at the Last House, something like that. Oh, Secrets at the Last House Before the Sea, a gripping and emotional page-turner. I wonder what that one is about. From the attic of the Driftwood house, there are stunning views of the deep green sea and sapphire sky, but Rosie can't tear her eyes away from a faded photograph in her hands and the words written on the back that will change everything. So, sounds like kind of a cozy mystery, beach town, beach read, romance sort of thing going on. So, yeah, we'll see. Has some really good reviews. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if I get to that one. Secrets at the Last House Before the Sea. I've also got a lot of books, physical books, on my TBR, and even though it's been super hard for me to read physical books lately, hi! And even though it's been really hard for me to read physical books lately, I am going to try to get to some of them. So this one I've been looking at for a while now. It's called The Firethorn Crown, and it is a 12 dancing princesses retelling Leah Douay. I've read this author before and I really enjoyed her work, so I want to check this one out. This is Goldheart by Kenley Davidson. I've read one other story from her. It was a Cinderella retelling. It's one of my favorite Cinderella retellings of all time, if not my favorite. It's called Traitor's Mask. And so this one is kind of like the next one in the series. This character showed up in that book and it's kind of like what happened to her. And this is a, I believe it's maybe Rapunzel? No. What is this? Rapunzel or maybe Rumpelstiltskin retelling? You know, it doesn't say. It doesn't actually say what retelling it is on the cover, so I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And this is a cozy mystery about a black cat, and I have a little black cat, so I've been looking at this one for a while. It's called The Whole Cat and Caboodle. I know Mrs. Thomas from Book Talks with Mrs. Thomas recommended this a while ago, and I picked it up and I just like haven't read it. So this is another one, if I don't get to it this month, I'm going to get to it really, really soon, because it does seem like it's a really good book for the fall, so we'll see what happens. And this book is a chunker, but that's okay. It's pretty pinkish purple, and there's a princess on the cover. It's by Camille Peters. I've never actually read any of her work, so she's a new to me author, but I've heard good things about her. The book is called Facade, and I'll just read the back. Princess Evelyn has spent her entire life striving to be the proper princess expected of her, only to suddenly discover that she's not a princess at all, merely a decoy unknowingly masquerading as the heir to the enchanted throne. Well, that's unfortunate. With her identity stripped away and her future uncertain, Evelyn struggles to find purpose and discovers it in a most unexpected source. Prince Ryland has his own reasons for agreeing to a hasty union. Okay, so it sounds like there is this is marriage of convenience. And it's like the opposite of like all the books where they find out that they're really a princess. It's like the opposite of that. So sounds like there's a lot of drama there. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. I want to read this one too. There are so many books, but that's why I want to do this video, because you want me in the video? Yeah. There are so many books, and it's just gonna have to be a surprise which one I actually pick. So I'm really excited. Oh yeah, one more. I think there's a prompt. It's Waves, a book that made waves. I decided that I'm gonna read In This Moment for this prompt, because last year, or right around this time, I read When the Day Comes. I kept meaning to pick up the next one in the series, and I just never got to it. And everybody is raving about For a Lifetime, which is the third one in the series. So I'm like, I need to catch up. This is the time. I know that I don't think this book necessarily made waves as much as the first one, but the series as a whole has made waves, so I'm counting it. Have you guys read When the Day Comes? Because if you haven't, you totally should. It is the perfect time of year, 4th of July. It's a great summer read. It's about time travel, so I know for some of you guys that's like all you need to know. If you've read In This Moment or For a Lifetime, let me know what you thought of them as well. So that is my TBR for July, the pile of possibilities for the Beaches and Books Readathon. I'll look forward to catching up with you guys at the end of the month to let you know what I read. I hope you have a really great day, and I'll see you in my next video.